Hi everyone, PattayaOwl here. Sawadee Cap, Sabaidi Mai. Hope you're well. Well, we're live, and we're live on a Sunday from England, 5:30 p.m. Thought I'd treat you to another live show, and I've got the DJI on. So let me know in the comments, is the sound all good? I hope so, because this mic has been excellent on the vlogs, and it's all about that all-important receiver which I can put into the iPhone 16, so it'd be good to know. Luna Cambo, hi Owl, from Cambodia, welcome. And I've also got some neon lights going on tonight with a bar theme. Hope you like. Wow, we've got 50 on already. Paul Cannon. Sound good to me, mate. Yeah, Owl, sound is good. Good evening, everyone. Perfect day and sound. Let's open the Owl bar straight away. Well, there we go, mate. And I tell you what, you know, the feedback I get from you guys, if it be about the microphone, you know, I can't believe I got some cheapies off Amazon. Actually spending the 60 quid I've spent on this DJI is well worth every penny. And also the clicking on the vlogs. You know, I've started to trim that out of the vlog, so I do appreciate your feedback. Jenks is in the house. Yes, the Owl sounds good. Thank you, mate. Or the sound's good, not the Owl sounds good. The sound is good. Starcade90, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the live show. Can't believe we've got nearly 8 people on already, and we've only just started. What time is it in Pattaya? Let's have a little Google. Ah, 12:30 midnight. So still pretty early days out there. I'd probably be in Candy Club now, to be honest with you. It was a mate and subscriber, Wolf, who did the song actually, and it's an AI song, but he had to do quite a bit of tweaking to make it sound as good as it is, and it is a proper banger. Deadly Dingo, hi Owl, did you have a Sunday roast? I didn't, mate, no. I've kind of finished work and I've just cooked some chicken pieces, some southern fried chicken pieces, which I've got down here so I can have the odd cheeky one throughout the live show. Nomyai Inspector 2, welcome to the live show. Hope you're well. Hope everyone's well, wherever you are in the world. I know we get people from all over the place, from Pattaya, Australia, Scotland, everywhere in between. The Rolling Robot, easy for me to say, is in the house. Hello, mate. Mike H8786, evening Owl. Good evening. The Masked Intruder, hello from Sweden. Hello, how are you? Wow, I can't believe we've got 90 people on already. 90 people, and we've only just started. Where could this go? If you could hit the like button, it will really help the algorithm. And when we get a few more people on, we'll talk very briefly about the bar as well. And I've got the neon lights up. Let me know in the comments, do you like the neon? Mike Reza T, hello Mr. Owl. I got 8 days till I arrive in Pattaya. Wow, I'm jealous, in a good way. I wish I was out there. I've got a mate going out next week as well. 4/8, Dino 4/8, well done, 100%, nice one, thank you. And it's funny I mentioned about the clicker on the vlogs. I was fully aware that it was clicking into each clip, and it has taken me 10 months to actually do something about it. But you know what, at least the vlogs in January, there'll be less clicking and there'll be decent sound, and that's because of your feedback, so it is brilliant. Gavin's in the house, how you doing, mate? Welcome. Hello there, Owl. It's 63 days to go until I arrive in Pattaya. Well, let's have a rough idea of when I will be there. So roughly 70 odd days until I make the return to Pattaya, and I can't wait, cannot wait. The neon is a bit bright. Ooh, let's see what the majority say on that one. I can always change it for the next live show, but I thought I'd just spice it up a little bit for this live show. Thanks to everybody who's watched the latest vlogs, by the way. I know a lot of them have been kind of bar related. The latest one is, how will this end? If you've not seen it, check it out after the live show. Wow, I can't believe we've got nearly 100 people on. We've just started. Madness. Michael Davis. How are you doing, mate? How are you doing, Michael? Could have done with those mics on the bar crawl, mate. Yes, well, to be fair, it was our bar crawl. And for everyone who's watching, Michael Davis is the cameraman. And also, we did the bar crawl together. And it just shows if I invested the 60 quid into some proper DJI mics with a receiver, it would have been better. It would have picked up all the conversation. So I think we should have a rerun, mate. If we back out again in January, hopefully you can make it. I've got 2 DJI mics, so we can do a bar crawl again and with sound. Maybe we'll do it in a different location. Maybe we'll get a little bit more drunker this time, but I'm fully equipped, more prepared. And I love it because I can do the vlogs on the iPhone 16 Pro Max properly. I don't have to waste my money on a fancy camera. It really does work. Because of course it films in 4K as well. Evening people. The sound is spot on, a great investment for your channel. It will not be too long until you hit the 5,000 subscriber mark. Yeah, I hope so, mate. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm obviously every day or so seeing what the subscriber count is, and I'll post some, you know, if and when we get to 5,000, I'm sure we will. It's some achievement, just like I did when we got over the 1 million view mark. I posted a little poster. But it just shows, and I'm not going to bang on about the mic the whole live show, but it's 40 quid for this mic, for a proper, decent, top-of-the-range mic, or 60 quid for a pair. Peanuts. And, you know, to think that I wasted 10, 20 quid on the cheap ones, it really wasn't worth it. Buy cheap, buy twice. I think that's the saying, isn't it? Or something along them lines. Damon's in the house. Moderator, how are you doing, mate? Evening, Mark. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Yes, really good, mate. Really good. Thank you. Starcade 90, I think you've got a lot of... Oh, well, thank you, mate. Thank you, and welcome to the live show. Ashley, 1990k. Evening, mate. I'm back in Pattaya on the 23rd of January. Cool. I'm pretty sure I've got a meet-up night around about that time. I know there's one on the 16th and the Friday after, whatever date that is. The neons are quite bright. Again, let me know in the comments. Should I keep them or should we switch back to the different format next week? Well, we've got 120 people on the live show. We've only just started. If you can hit the like button, we'll have a little bit of a chat as well about this potential bar, because it's stirred up quite a bit of conversation, to be fair, hasn't it? Rolly the Rolling Robot says, fancy colour boxes on the screen. Neon is very difficult to read. In fact, I can't read it. Okay, so to be fair, there's quite enough feedback there. Should I see if I can change it now? Bear with. Can we fix it on the live show? Oh, I know how to fix that. Bear with. So, if people drop comments now, that should be on the old format when it comes back up. If you look for a Thai girlfriend, what age group? What? You know, a girlfriend in her 30s. Yeah, why not? Neon looks good. Stephen Kafol, always good to have you on the live show, mate. Evening, Mr. Owl. Legend. Thank you, mate. When's the revote on the bar situation? Interesting question, mate. Interesting question. Well, it's kind of turning into a little bit of a goer. And when we get a few more people on, we'll chat about the bar situation. So we'll have to see. What was the first poll that I actually put up there? That was it. Should I do a bar in 2026? Well, things have moved on a little bit, let's say. So I can only really put out a question there if it was kind of... But we'll have a chat about the bar situation in a second. But good question, mate. Good to have you on the live. Wolvo Wayne. Hi, Mark. 4 weeks till I'm in Pattaya. The neon writing is giving me flashbacks of the Candy Club. Well, you know what? That's why I chose it. That's why I chose it. But a few people have said they can't read the neon lights for whatever reason, so I have switched it to the old format, and I might tinker around with it for next live show, but Anyway, we're back to the normal format. Loving the content. Thank you, mate. That's Essex Potter 81. I tell you, just on the whole views thing, I found it much easier to get. Obviously, the channel's bigger than it was when I started, but even just to get revenue from the videos, getting to the £1,000 within a couple of weeks' holiday was quicker than before. And I know that's quite obvious if the channel's a little bit bigger than when I started, but it is exciting. It's a shame I'm only there for a couple of weeks in January, though, isn't it? So yeah, mixed review on the neon lights. Some of you saying it's better, some of you saying it's worse. So we'll rethink that one. We'll have a look at it. Yeah, so just while I'm waiting for the laptop to catch up, let's talk about the whole kind of bar situation. It stirred up a little bit of conversation. I mean, ultimately, it's up to the investor, you know. If, as it stands at the minute, he's going over there next week. He'll have a look. If he sees a decent opportunity, a decent bar, he's going to contact me. He's going to share the details with me. I'm not investing any money, as I've said a few times on different vlogs. I will just be, if it's the right bar and, you know, we agree on everything, then I'll just be promoting it and backing it. And when I'm over in Pattaya, drinking in it, doing meetups in it. So there's not really any financial risk as such. But I guess it's kind of 50-50 at the minute. I mean, if he flies out there next week and goes, you know what, Mark, I can't be arsed, or doesn't see the right opportunity, then that is what it is. I'm pretty laid back. You know, this bar thing doesn't have to happen. And also, you're right, I'm over here in England, so I'm not in Pattaya full-time at the minute. And I agree with some of the comments. You know, if I was in Pattaya on a full-time basis, I could be at that bar every single day, pushing it, promoting it, and all that stuff. So it's a slight disadvantage not being there all the time, but that's where the bar manager will come in to it. So we'll have to see on this one. We'll have to see. It could go either way. If there's no decent opportunity, because we all know it's a tough gig in Pattaya, right? A few of you have said avoid Tree Town because many have come and gone on there, but I quite like it. I think looking at Tree Town as a whole, I think that left side where the cave is and the food court opposite Prime Burger and McDonald's excites me. I mean, not all of Tree Town particularly excites me, I've got to be honest. So locations are the key. I know a lot of you said, oh, you must be crazy, get involved in that, but I'm not actually investing myself. I'm just going to support it, promote it, get behind it, and of course I will not rule out in the future a more involved role. That's on the tables. Obviously, if I go down that route, then I'd be earning more than I would do just promoting it from the UK. We've had them conversations already. But to be honest, the investor's quite easygoing, laid back, and he's like, he'd rather go over there, have a chat with a few potential bar owners and take it from there. So as soon as I know anything, I will let you guys know. But we're quite laid back about the situation at the minute, and it's exciting. I mean, when do you get an opportunity for someone to purchase a bar and then ask you to promote it? Anyway, let's catch up with the comments. 141 on, a big hello if you've just joined. If you could hit the like button, and I'll check how many likes we've got in a minute, it really helps the algorithm. Noonie, big up the owl, thank you. Owl, can you do a live bar crawl? Well, I think with the new microphones, when I'm over there, I'm going to be definitely doing a bar crawl, probably on a vlog. The problem with doing a live on a bar crawl is that you start to pick up other people in the background, and the more you drink, you almost become a little bit more, I don't know, complacent with it and catching people on camera. So that is a tough gig. If anyone can do a live show and a bar crawl at the same time, fair play to you. But I'm definitely going to attempt a bar crawl again. Because as I mentioned a minute ago, me and Michael had all sorts of technical issues with the dodgy mics off Amazon. Whereas these, I think these are the real deal. Neil82, hello, Seen It Owl, hope you're good. I am very good, thank you, mate. Go on the owl, thank you. Could do a vlog on Thai girlfriend, where to find, age groups, achievement. Well, I could only do a vlog on finding a Thai girlfriend when I've had a little bit of luck and experience on that one. I failed miserably. The owl has failed miserably at finding love. And I think if I was to do it, I'd have to go outside Pattaya for a few days or a few weeks. Rick MB, good evening. Owl watching from the cave. No way. A big hello to the cave if you're watching. Rinda and the team, you are simply amazing. And I look forward to having a beer at the cave when I'm back in January. Because, of course, new bar for the owl or no new bar, and again, we don't know which way that's going to go, I'm always going to back the cave. I'm always going to support the cave because it's a great little bar. And more importantly, the people in the bar, which make the bar, are awesome. Yeah, the neon writing has gone for this week. Interesting. I found the Hideaway sausages to be the best. I've never had a banger at the Hideaway. Deadly Dingo, Owl, we all want to know who the investor is. Well, the investor is someone I know and have known for a while, and there's trust there, and he's easygoing, laid back, but also very smart as well. So it's entirely up to him if he buys a bar or he doesn't buy a bar. If he does, then we'll have a chat about me backing it. He's going to be a silent investor. I mean, to be fair, he's going to have beers in the bar. So if you come into the bar when we get it, if we get it, then he'll be sat there having beers so you can meet him. But he's not going to be a public investor coming on a live show going, hello, I'm the owner of the Owl Bar. And it is a bit of an unusual setup, isn't it? Because I've got no plans to go over there on a full-time basis at the minute. So I'm going to be, you know, doing the marketing, the promoting, the Facebook, the website, arranging certain stuff, doing meetups when I'm over there, etc. initially. And of course, I'll be paid a lot less than if I was out there on a full-time basis. We've had that conversation already. And that's obvious, isn't it? If I'm there full-time, the pay to me for promoting the bar will be higher than if I'm just doing it here from the UK. But I'm not in a position at the minute just to take that leap. But equally, I want to have a bit of fun and I want to be involved. Flying tomorrow for 15 nights. That's JJ975. What safe flight, mate? Safe flight. I wish I was flying to Pattaya. I really would. I'd be up for it. I'd be up for it. But yeah, got to go to work. The chat we've got at the minute is quite adequate without the neon lights. 160 people on. Unbelievable. On a Sunday at 10 to 6 it is in England. And we've got people watching from Pattaya because it's coming up to about 1 o'clock in the morning and we've got people in the cave. Anybody else from Pattaya today? Let me know in the comments where you watch it from. Maybe you're having a beer at the beer garden on Soy Diana. Maybe you're in the Candy Club, but if you're in the Candy Club, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to hear this. Keeping it real, bro. How much money is enough to move to Pattaya if you don't have a pension coming in? I could live off £2,500 per month in Pattaya. I could do it. So I've shown I can earn £1,000 on YouTube, maybe even a little bit more now, but still there's going to be a deficit of around about £1,400, £1,500. So that's where I'm at the minute. That's why there's no big second attempt to move to Pattaya. Owl is the boss of Pattaya. I don't think so, mate. But thank you. I think you were just being nice there. Tony Travels Official, nice black top, mate. Mate, you look handsome, man. How much is the bar file? I'm wearing black today. Obviously, I think there's been a member of the royal Thai family as well, isn't it? And that's my reason for wearing black today, who's passed away. So I send my respects there. Rolly the Rolling Robot, all names have the chat handles, names of the regular names. Deadly Dingo, how did you enter Webby's Christmas raffle? No, but I'm going to. Why not? Why not? Imagine that. Imagine I win. Erland, where's that comment gone? Let's have a look. Wow, lots of comments. I did have a comment to read out, then it disappeared. Buying a bar is just peanuts money. It's not that expensive. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I think we're very realistic about it. I mean, we had a good chat for about an hour and a half the other day, me and the potential investor, the guy who wants to buy a bar. You know, we don't need to over formalise this, or, you know, it is what it is. If he buys it, I'm up for getting involved and backing it and promoting it. But I don't think, no one's expecting to make serious money here. It's a tough gig. It's more of a bit of a project. You know, if we can make it work and make a little bit of money, a bit of pocket money, then great. But we're very realistic. We know how tough it is. We know how many bars there are in Pattaya. It's extremely competitive. You've got to shift a lot of beer to make a decent profit. So we're not, you know, in cuckoo land thinking that we're going to open this most amazing bar, inventing the wheel, making millions of pounds. It isn't going to happen. In fact, and I've said this to my mate or slash the potential investor, the chances of losing money on this are a lot higher than making money. What we can do, or what he can do, because ultimately he's buying it, is just get the location right, is my bit of advice. You know, get the location right. Don't buy on Walking Street. I would personally buy on PattayaOwl or Tree Town. Now, Tree Town in itself has its management fees and potentially higher rates. So until we get some of the detail, it's hard to say. But he's going to go over there. He's going to have a few meetings, a few beers. We've had a few emails from various bars in Tree Town interested in selling as well. And we'll just go with it. But you know what? After 4 weeks in Pattaya, he might just go, you know, I don't fancy it anymore. And that's cool as well. Maybe that'll happen in the future. But we don't know. He seems very keen, so we'll see. You crowdfund opening up a bar? I'd rather not, mate, to be honest. Better to invest in Apple stock rather than invest a bar? Yeah. I agree. I think if you're looking to make money, probably don't buy a bar. But it's more than that. It's a bit of a project. It'll be a great place where we can all meet up. And who knows, in the future, it could be my ticket out to Pattaya. It's not going to be initially, but if the bar does become established and it does bring in a regular income, potentially that could be my ticket over there. But no dramatic decision on that one. I'm very committed to my job over here, so we'll just have to see what the future holds. No one knows exactly what the future holds, but I'm trying to be as realistic as I can about it. I'm not in cuckoo land. I do appreciate the chances of failure are quite high, and of course, even though my mate slash investor is very, very smart at business, he's never bought a business in Thailand before, and there's all sorts of legalities, processes, things to adhere to, etc. So legal advice is probably a must. The Becky Masters, your song is so catchy. I love it. Thank you. I do love the song. I have released it as a single video. If you think there's anywhere else I can put it to help it get to Christmas #1, let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you, Wolf. Really do appreciate that. It's an AI song, but it's a great AI song that had to get tweaked to be as catchy as it is. So I appreciate that. And that's a subscriber who's done that, and a mate. So brilliant stuff. Monica Fate, that would be an expensive area for bar. I've heard rumours. I've heard rumours that Tree Town is quite pricey when it comes to the bars, but I don't know. Tree Town have actually been in contact with us, and we've had a conversation back and forth. But what I've learned, and I've said this to my mate slash investor, is when you're out there, just go and have these conversations. It's much easier than try to do it over Facebook Messenger or email. Go out there. If anything takes your fancy, mate, give me a bell, give me a FaceTime. There's no pressure either way. Because also he's going out there to have a great time. You know, he's not just going out there to find a bar to buy. He's going out there to enjoy Pattaya. And that should come first, really, shouldn't it? The neons are burning my... Well, the neon lights are off now, mate. They're off. McDonald's really excites me as well. You know what? McDonald's being nearer to Tree Town, is that what you're on about? Actually, I work in retail management, mate, so I can't work remotely for that job. In terms of names, I have put out the question about a potential name. And of course, if this doesn't happen, this name becomes irrelevant. I get that. However, I have put out the question before. The Owl Bar, the Nest, which already exists on Sorry Diana, so that's not going to work. And it's interesting now, one name out of all the suggestions, and they've all been really good, stands out. To the point that if we're going to go ahead with a bar in Pattaya, and my mate's going to buy this bar, then we're almost at agreement of what that name could be. Feel free to have a guess which one it is. It has been mentioned before. It's not the Owl Bar, believe it or not. Let me know in the comments. It has been mentioned possibly by Ray, if you're watching Ray. It's been mentioned on a live show before. But it's just standing out as, yeah, as a really good potential name for this potential bar. Yeah, I mean, the barn is not a bad idea. Yeah, it's not the official one. Oh, I'm looking at the screen here, and you guys are hitting the nail bang on the head. The Perch. You know, it's a name that was mentioned by a number of subscribers, including Ray, who comes to one of the meetup nights. The Perch, for me, really does stand out as a fantastic name. And again, let's keep it realistic. This might not go anywhere. However, the Perch is by far the strongest name so far. And it's all right to get a little bit excited about that. I quite like the name. I think it's a great name. I'd rather it called the Perch than the Owl Bar. I think, you know, I can see it. I can see it. What do we reckon? Let me know. And of course, we don't take any of this too seriously. You know, it has to be an enjoyable project if we go ahead or we don't go ahead. And just to be clear on that, just to give you a little bit of time frame, at the end of November, so in say 4 weeks' time, I'll either be having a conversation with you saying, you know what, he decided, nah, forget it, we're not doing it, or it'll be right. Well, we've found one. It could literally be either or on that one. But if we do go with it, I love the Perch. Surprised you haven't had much luck, mate. It's still possible to find in Pattaya. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think realistically to find a girlfriend in Pattaya is quite difficult. Not impossible, because lots of people have done it. I just think it's difficult. I think if I just spread my wings, fly out of Pattaya for a little bit, I couldn't do that on a 2-week holiday. There wasn't enough time, but certainly if I did it, if I was over there for a longer period, even just take 4 nights out somewhere. You know, 4 nights, Udon Thani, to name a few. I mean, if you recommend any other places where the owl could go out and find maybe a potential Mrs. Owl, let me know. Chris Stevenson, looking good, Owl. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Could do with a little bit of a shave. Wow, we've got 194 people on. That is amazing for a Sunday at 6 p.m. A big hello, everyone, wherever you're watching in the world. I know we've got people in Pattaya. We've got people in the cave tonight watching the live show, all the way through Australia, America, and here in the United Kingdom. 197. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we went over 200? That would blow my mind. If you hit the like button, we might just get there. Summers, hi Owl, tip for weight loss, cut the carbs as much as you can. I lost 4.5 stone since January, meat and fruit all the way. I'm going to relax the diet when I get to Jomtien in December. Good on you, good on you. And I know some people have been having this jab. That talk of diets actually just made me hungry. I'll just get a piece of chicken with it. yeah, some people are having the jab, and fair play to you. I don't know anything about it, but I don't really fancy doing that. I think if I can do it by just reducing my food and exercise. Sorry if you could just hear that. I believe these DJI mics are pretty good. You might have just heard me eat that. You should take the leap in the bar and relocate. Patty needs the owl flying high. Well, as you can imagine, the owl has been burnt before. I went out in Pattaya for March, April and May, spent too much, didn't earn enough. Now, I know things are a little bit different this time. The YouTube is definitely attracting more views and definitely creating more revenue, but not enough to rely on. And I'm too young for any pensions. I'm not prepared to rent out my property and get £500 a month after costs and expenses. I'd rather just keep it. So there's nothing there at the minute. Wow, we've just got 202 people on the live show. Thank you, everyone. That is awesome. That is really good for a Sunday. A Sunday at 6 p.m. If I ever make the move again to Pattaya, then it will have to be right. And the opportunity with the bar, not initially, when it's established, could be it. You know, we've already had a conversation that if I was over there at a full-time basis, that I would earn more from his bar. Because that's common sense, right? If I'm over here in England, easy for me to say, I'd earn a lot less than I would if I was over there. Naturally. And of course, the bar's got to make a profit. It's not my bar, it's his bar. And he's going to, you know, want it to be successful and make a profit. And of course, he's going to have a bar manager to pay for as well. So it's going to be an interesting one and an exciting one as well. Stokes versus Thailand, make sure you have a proper plan before making the plunge of moving here. Living here is far different. Definitely, mate, of course. And also, I'm on a DTV Destination Thailand visa as well, which works really well. I've got 4 years left on that. And that supports the whole supporting the bar with promoting it through YouTube, etc. But it couldn't cross over the line into me managing the bar, because then I'd have to get a completely different visa. I'd probably have to get a working permit or something along them lines. So there's a fine line between me losing my DTV, and that is promotion, YouTube, fine, anything in the bar, managing it, serving a customer, then it'd have to switch onto a work permit, which is not a big deal. I mean, lots of people have got work permits and stuff, but I don't know if then I would lose the DTV. 211, a big hello everyone, wherever you're watching. So yeah, the perch is the favourite name. As a precaution, and while we've got 213 people on, and I say this, you know, it could be yes or no, so we don't know. End of November, I might have a better idea if my mate's buying this bar or not. But the perch, Pattaya.com has been registered as a potential website. It was only a few pounds to register it. The perch, Pattaya.com. There's no website there yet, but we thought we would do it. So that's as much commitment, a few pound at the minute. It's the rest is just let's see what you can find in Pattaya, and then we'll take it from there. We're both easy going on this one. Diamond, I went to book a hotel in Pattaya Travelodge. They're asking for up-to-date COVID-19 tests. Can you do it? Really? Really? Up-to-date COVID-19 test? That surprises me. I didn't even think that was a thing where you would have to provide documentation of things now, to be honest. So I don't know anything about that, to be fair. Most people don't even earn £2,500 a month. Yeah. Yeah. Crow, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. And a big thank you to everyone who sends a buy me a coffee. It all goes, or a super chat, it all goes in the Pattaya Fund. I am trying to catch up with the comments. I will get through them. I'll speed up a little bit. I'm glad you can hear me well. I'm glad the mic is working. Jamie, what's your top 3 bars to visit? Well, the Cave, the Candy Club, and I like Hookup Corner on Soy 7. I do. I like it. I like the feel of the bar. In fact, I think I did my first meet-up night at Hookup Corner. Great location. Love that the fact it's on the corner. Nice open space. Let's just say entertainment if you want entertainment, or if you want to sit and watch sport, whatever, or listen to music, you can do. So, yeah. Neil82, looking forward to your countdown to the January, as I'm going on the 14th of January myself. Brilliant. So if you do need a cameraman for another bar crawl, I'll be more than happy. Perfect. Well, if you see me in Pattaya, mate, stop me, shake my hand, say hello. I've always got time for viewers and subscribers. And also that meetup night, that first meetup night at the Cave on the Friday, the 16th at 8 p.m. is a great way to introduce yourself as well, mate. And what I love about the meetup nights is they're really informal. And you can come and go as you like, but also you've got like-minded people there, so you can chat away. Excuse me. No, you can't live on that amount. You've just said you couldn't last time. I could live on 2,500 with a little bit of discipline injected. I could do that. Most British people survived on less than 2,000 a month in the UK. It takes 2,500 to live comfortably in Pattaya. It's because of the entertainment. You know, I think it's fair to say that somebody with really good discipline could actually live on less than £2,500 a month. But I don't want to go out there and try and live on £1,000 everything all in, because I know what I'm like, and I know I could easily, I could spend £1,000 in 1 week on enjoying the entertainment. So then straight away the budget's out the window and there's another 3 weeks of the month to go. So when I said 2,500, I could do that, but I'd also have to change my ways as well. Typhon, there's only one PattayaOwl walking along, easy for me to say, singing this song, Walking in an Owl Wonderland. Thank you, mate. I always love it when you pop on a live show and sing one of the songs. You know what I was thinking of doing? I was actually thinking of singing the PattayaOwl song on an AI video. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I haven't found the app I would use yet, but it's quite clever AI these days, and you can kind of attach the song and a picture and it'll show you singing it. But yeah, let me know if you want to see that. Is it worth my effort? Oh, Wolf, thank you, mate. Thank you very much. £10 there, that'll go in the Pattaya Fund. Can you believe it? We've had like around, we've got 190 people on the live show. It's a busy one. Where the bar location, Mark, just joining. We've not actually found a bar yet. We've had lots of people contact us who are selling a bar. We've spoke to Tree Town Management. So various conversations. And then ultimately, I think the way my mate / investor works is he'd rather just go over there and just meet up with a few people. And if anything takes his fancy, he may or may not do it. If nothing takes his fancy, he won't do it. He'd rather do that, and I love that approach, by the way, than doing all this back and forth emails and messages from England. So fair play to him for that. Owl, how much is the investor putting in roughly? Well, he's buying, you know, he's potentially either buying an existing bar or renting a space and then making it into a bar. I don't know, it depends what's available. I think the way it works is if someone's selling an existing bar, I know Candy Floss has been mentioned a couple of times, but I don't know anything about that. And oh, thank you for the super chat, mate, much appreciated. And that's Cheap Charlie's there, $4.99. Thank you, mate. Cheap Charlie Chronicles, excellent. That will go in the Pattaya Fund. There isn't a set budget, you know, it's his bar, he's buying it for his own reasons, he wants a bit of fun, wants a project. If he sees something, then I guess he'll work out if that's a reasonable, because everybody needs a payday as such, don't they? I think if it's their business, they're going to want a fee for that business, and then you've got your running costs on top. So there isn't a set limit, but I think we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. There's surprisingly, I mean, there's quite a few opportunities out there at the minute, but I've said my preferences. of where I'd like it to be. You know, I wouldn't entertain a bar on soy 6, I wouldn't entertain a bar on soy 7, Walking Street, soy 8. Charapoon's all right, but again, it doesn't really get me excited. So I think it'd have to be Bacau or Tree Town. If you're working for a bar, is it taxable? Yeah, there's always taxes to pay, mate, no doubt. Next month, 2-week Pattaya, 2,400 baht. Damon says, Mark, leaving tomorrow for Pats tomorrow. We'll be back at the end of the year. Your parking spot at the yard is open to you in January if you fancy it. We'll keep an eye out for your streams. Yeah, spot on, Damon. Yeah, if you do get a chance to ping us an email with instructions on that one, mate, and how it might work. Will somebody be there? Is it a lock? All that kind of stuff. So that'd be great. And then I can wait up and I'll do one last check to see if there's an amazing deal for a hotel and parking, just to rule everything out. But I don't even know where my flights are, to be honest, with Norse. I've not checked. I don't even know if I need to sleep the night before. I'd have to recap and see what my flight details are for the Norse flight, and then I might not even need to sleep over the night before. But yeah, cheers, Damon, much appreciated. Damon, the moderator, offering me free parking at his yard in Gatwick, so that's brilliant. My friend has a bar in LK Metro, the Metro Barish, one E there, 15 years. I tell you what, LK Metro is not a bad shout, but the chances of getting a bar on LK Metro are pretty slim, I imagine. I don't know. But yeah, I would include LK Metro within the Tree Town and Bacau. I think that's a great location, amazing location. My gut feel is you'd have to pay quite a lot to go on LK Metro, I imagine. Gunship, just seeing your message, mate. Hi, Mark. How are you? I have curry rice and chips tonight. No sauce. Well, that's a change. That's a change, Gunship. You usually have sauce on your chips, so get some out of the cupboard. Chi Harrison, the song is fantastic. Love it. It is brilliant, isn't it? I love it. And thanks to Wolf as well for helping me with the video. If you've not checked out the vlog, the actual song, the video where I'm riding around, I tend to stick it at the end of some of my vlogs now. But it was fun making it. It was fun because literally the cameraman was on foot following me from the bottom of Soy Diana up to Tree Town. That was brilliant. Steve Topics, hi Owl, welcome to the live show. Soy Decker, will the investor be living in Pattaya? No. The bar manager will be living there, and I wouldn't rule it out in the future. But the investor will never be living in Thailand, no. U4 3161, next time call we get a Guinness if you want to do a review. Yeah, nice one, mate. Yeah, I will do that. I'm not a fan of... have you got any Singar? I'll have a Singar. I'm not a fan of Guinness. But I will call into that Irish bar on LK Metro. Thank you. Mr. Cresitate, keep making vlogs. A follower from Belgium. Thank you very much. And this is it. I mean, we've got people watching from all over the world. And, you know, it's just amazing. What about Myth Night? Well, I've heard about it. I've had beers on Myth Night. It's all right. I mean, there's just a lot of bars on there, isn't there? You could say that about Tree Town, to be fair. I don't know. I just got a gut feel about Bacau, LK, or Tree Town. But there is Myth Night, and also there's the new Maggie Mays. What's it called? Maggie Mays kind of complex, which is interesting. But I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see. The blind leading the blind. Well, you could say that. I mean, he's very successful in business, but he's never bought in Thailand. But the thing is, the way I look at it is, if you don't understand Thai laws and what's involved and who you need to pay and who you don't need to pay, there are businesses out there, legal advisors that can help with that, and that's where that's going to come in. There's no other way to buy a bar in Pattaya without taking proper legal advice and understanding who you have to pay, who you don't have to pay, getting protection, getting all the paperwork in place. So I don't even need to say it. to my mate. You know, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it properly. You're going to have to pay for legal advice. Scotty P 5870, love watching the journey. Good luck with everything. Thank you, mate. Thank you. And of course, I don't take it overly serious, you know. And I know there's been lots of comments on the bar situation. You know, Owl, you're in cuckoo land. You're going to be bankrupt. I don't see how that is possible. You know, I'm not quitting my life in England at the minute to go over there. I'm not investing a penny of my own money. I'll be paid a wage for supporting it. If I'm over there, I'll be paid a higher wage because I'll be there more. So I don't understand where the risk is on that one. I don't get it. I mean, if you're on a live now and you've dropped a comment thinking it's really risky, you know, mention it on the live and we'll have a chat about it. I just don't get it. I think if I said to you, right, that's it, I'm selling my house, I'm giving up my life in England and I'm going to invest it all in a bar, I'd understand. Nigel Jones, hi Owl, best to try and fail than not trying at all and regretting it. Well, of course, I've already failed once, and it's amazing what you can learn from that. And also, even though it was a failure in terms of my attempted move to Pattaya, it was bloody enjoyable. You know, it was a great 2 months. Nomyai Inspector 2, quite a few have failed on Tree Town. What about Soyber Cow? I've actually just got up to the comments where I was asking you what you thought the name was. I better speed up, I do apologise. Yeah, quite a few have failed. Quite a few. It is, I can't say it enough. You know, it's a tough gig, and you know, I speak highly of the Candy Club because I think they've got it absolutely perfect. You know, if you want to look at a bar, or a live music bar in Pattaya, that's cracks it in terms of location, format, model, price of beer, entertainment, being able to attract people, being able to have a busy bar even in a quiet period. The Candy Club have smashed it. Credit to Grant and his team, and it's one of my favourite places. And the only criticism of the cave, if it's not big enough, but that's not their fault. I think they've tried to extend it, but not every bar's going to be the cave, right? It ain't going to happen. And I could be sat here in 1 year talking about the Perch in the past, but you've got to be positive. You can't go in there thinking it's going to be an absolute flop. Is it going to be busy every night? Is it heck? No chance. I'm up to the point now, so you all guessed right in terms of the name. The Perch, the Perch. The Perch stands out to me. The Perch, the Perch. I love it as well. It's really good. So if we do go with this bar, I think it's going to be called the Perch. We have registered the domain name, which is theperchpattaya.com, just because it costs a few quid and it gives us the .com. So, and if we don't end up getting a bar, then it's only a few quid on a domain. But the Perch, big thank you to everyone who suggested the Perch. Big thank you to Ray, who definitely suggested the Perch. Great name. It doesn't have to be called the Owl Bar. It doesn't have to be called PattayaOwl YouTube Bar. You know, it can just have a slight connection to the channel. And, you know, we can do live shows from the Perch. Imagine that. Live from the Perch. Yeah, fair point, Erland. I love that. High season will be over when your bar opens. Yeah, I mean, it's not as if we can plan this around high season, low season. At the end of November, we'll know if he wants to do it or not. We'll have a good idea. It might be Mark, no, or yes, we'll go ahead. By January, and I'm not kidding you, by January, if it is a goer, we might actually have a venue. And it's possible. And actually, my preference would be if he's gonna do this, you know, and there's not lots of refurb or work to be done, and it is just, you know, finding the staff, and then January would be awesome because I'm over there, and I'd love to have a beer in the Perch. The Nest has already been used, hasn't it? It's already on Soy Diana. And I prefer the Perch anyway, to be honest. Richard White, 8399. There's a bar in Soy Pothole for rent. I believe the same owner as Amon Bar near. So, yeah, interesting, mate. But you know what? As I have gone on Soy Pothole before, it is a lively soy. I've had a right laugh actually in Penguin. But would I want to go there every night? Probably not. So again, it's not my bar, but I have made my preferences clear. LK Metro, Bacau, Tree Town. Deadly Dingo, Owl, have you considered buying a bar on the same soy as M&M? I haven't, mate, no. One of my inputs is that it's got the location's got to be very central and in your face. You know, I mean, Cave is perfect, isn't it? Cave's right next door. It's right at the entrance of Tree Town. You've got the food court, which is amazing. How good is the food court at Tree Town? I love it. That's where I want it to be. You can get some decent food, you can get a decent beer, and you know what? Then you can go to Candy Club. And after all of that, you could go around the corner to Soy Made in Thailand. You could go further down to Myth Street, and it's just a great spot. So I can assure you that the Perch will not be, and no disrespect to the M&M bar, Mark's done a cracking job there, and I will be going there for a beer, and I will be going there for a game of pool again. But I don't want a bar that far out of, it's not even that far, but you know what I mean? I want it literally on Bacau, if possible. So how would you deal with the police? Well, all that kind of stuff, and I understand a little bit of how it works. That is down to the investor and the owner to have them conversations with the right people and to take legal advice. It's the only way you can do it, is do it proper. I can't advise him. I've said this. I said, mate, I can't advise on anything to do with buying a bar in Pattaya. The legalities of it, protecting yourself, I don't know anything. What I could do is come up with a name, create a website, do Facebook, shout about it on YouTube, have a beer there, do a meet-up night. That's it. Yeah? I'm very clear about that. I'm not super savvy at business. I know a little bit, but I'm not super savvy, and I certainly don't have a clue about Thai law. In fact, I couldn't even keep my bank account open. I think there'll always be a future for soy Bacau. You know, I know areas have changed, and I can't really compare too much because 40 years ago I was just born. But you know, I believe Walking Street has changed, not necessarily for the better. The dynamics have changed, but I can't see that happening with soy Bacau. I can't see it. I've got a good... well, cheers, James. Myth Night will probably be a hotel. See, Myth Night's all right. It's getting a bit of shit there, but I think Myth Night's all right. I mean, I don't particularly like the idea. If I was buying a bar, I wouldn't necessarily like the idea of like 40 bars all in one place. Tree Town is a little bit more spread out, isn't it? But the algorithm bar name, yeah, imagine that. If you were able to get a parrot and put it outside the bar. Some of these comments do make me chuckle. When are you moving? Well, I live and work in England, and what I'm saying to you is if it happens, if it's a success, who knows what the future holds. If it's established and it can guarantee me an income, that income I've been missing, who knows. But I'm very committed to my life here in England. But it's a bit of fun, it's a bit of a project that could lead somewhere. You know, the Perch, if that's the name we go with, could be a bar for the future as well, you know. No one's going into this with the intention of it lasting a few weeks. You know a couple of people that have used the jab, but they seem to start talking when they piled it back on. Yeah, I have this weight loss jab. I don't know anything about it apart from I know more and more people that are using it, but I don't want to inject myself. I'd rather just eat less. Every time I talk about eating less, I just look at my plate of chicken I've got to the left, actually. I've been on Monjo for 5 months, lost nearly 5 stone. Amazing. I don't even know how it works. Does it just suppress your appetite? I don't know. What did your family think about your attempted move? Well, supportive. You know, I'm just enjoying life. You know what I mean? I give it a go. The money wasn't there. I came back, but I've always got my eye on a return to Pattaya when the time is right financially. I've taken lots of advice. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Going over there for an established bar that's going to pay me a wage is a different story, not as a bar manager, but, you know, as a promoter or whatever, because I couldn't be in the bar every single hour of every single day, which I know some comments have said you'd have to be, but of course I've got vlogs to make. And I want to find Mrs. Owl and have a bit of fun with Mrs. Owl, so... Wednesday, you will hit 5,000 subs. Is that your prediction? That'd be great. I don't think we're too far off now, are we? 5,000 subscribers. And the channel is 10 months old. Forget the jabs, I will get yourself to the local gym. I appreciate that, Mickey Me, but I've never considered taking the jabs. I just brought it up because the more and more people I speak about it are doing it. And I am catching up. I can appreciate I am behind the comments, but I'd rather work through the comments and try and address every single one than miss someone who drops a comment on the live. Cheap Charlie, thank you for the super chat, mate. Lincolnshire, mate. Typhon must say the last video and the poll results had some interesting comments. I read a lot and learned a lot. Good to have some wisdom. Yeah, and I invite that. I invite interaction, comments. Some of the stuff like is off the scale, isn't it? Like, oh, you're going to be bankrupt, you're going to lose all your money. But I've just made a video on the fact that I'm not investing any money. I'll just be earning money. So it's almost as if some people haven't watched the whole video. But a comment's a comment, you know. But there has been lots of interaction. I think the video around the bar one, should I open a bar, whatever it's called, had, I think, nearly 350, 400 comments. And then the poll got quite a bit of interaction as well. Franco. What are you doing there, Franco? Well, I'll tell you what, I've got 200 people on the live show, and the owl is playing catch-up on the comments. Bit of chicken. I do apologise if you can hear that. It's quite chewy. Big ups, PattayaOwl. Thank you, Cheap Charlie, mate. Thank you for the super chat, Crow. Wednesday hit 5,000 subs. Let's hope. The jab is from a Danish company. I don't know anything about that, mate. Typhon alive on a Sunday. What a treat for us. Thank you, mate. And yeah, I just thought I'd see how many people would get on, and we got over 200 people on the live show. If you haven't hit the like button, help us. Give us a like. It really helps the owl algorithm. Enjoying the journey, Owl. Thanks for updating the click thing. Haha. Maybe other YouTubers would work in a bar. Yeah, well, thank you, mate. And I think it might have been yourself who mentioned that clicking noise. I've been aware of it for ages. I knew I could actually trim the clip. It's just actually getting round to it. And I did it on the last vlog. If you've seen the last vlog, you'll notice the clicking noise from each clip has gone. And I've also got the DJI on as well. So I'm trying to improve things. I'll listen to your feedback and try and improve it. So in January, when I arrive in Pattaya, we'll have a phone which is capable of recording in 4K. We've got the DJI mic, which is the best mic on the market, in my opinion. And we're good to go. We've got a mic for a guest as well, if there's a guest on the bar crawl. So we should be good. And the clicking sound, I should be able to trim out of each clip. So RT4 Art's sake, 2,500 a month to live in Pattaya. Sounds a hell of a lot. You said you're not a drinker. Is it a lot? Is it a lot to enjoy Pattaya? You know, my condo was £250 a month. My bills were, you know, £20 a month. Food, a couple of £100 a month. The rest is just on entertainment, going out, drinking, Bacau, LK Metro. That is the issue. You know, I can't imagine just having £1,000 to spend in Pattaya. You know, I could blow that in a week. But I am prepared. If I was getting 2,500, I could make it work. £1,000 for bills, and then 1,500 for the whole month of entertainment. Which means I could only go out once or twice a week. Which I'd have to commit to. I'd have to. But I was only getting £1,000 off YouTube. I'm very grateful for that. But I was only getting 1,000. So, you know, there was a deficit every month. So that's how I knew I had to come back. Good to have you here, Franco, mate. Hope you're well, by the way. Hope to bump into you again in January if you're out there. Where exactly is the cave? Tree Town entrance right near Prime Burger and McDonald's on your left-hand side, next door to the jungle. Do I need to cancel my holiday to Pattaya due to bars and music? I don't understand that. No, I don't know why you would need to cancel your holiday to Pattaya, mate, to be honest. There's only one PattayaOwl. Thank you, Typhan. I read that one before, actually. Well, that is what Pattaya is all about, entertainment. Absolutely. I mean, that's why I don't go to Benidorm. Benidorm's closer, but you can't compare Benidorm to Pattaya. There's a reason why I sit on a flight for 12 hours, 13 hours, and that is Pattaya has some of the best entertainment in the world. It's the least judgmental place in the world as well. You can be yourself, you can enjoy everything it's got to offer, and you've not got somebody sat on an armchair going, judging you. Much better. And people are so friendly. You can actually have conversations with pretty much everyone. Typhan, also superb earnings on YouTube during your last trip. I must admit, I'll be honest, it surprised me because I had to bust out a lot more videos to get to where I've got to in just 2 weeks on the last trip. You know, the 250,000 views and the £1,000 revenue. Based on a 2-week holiday, I had to produce a lot more. But I know some of you guys will say that's obvious, your channel's got a little bit bigger, but it is really nice to see. What about Steve's new complex? Yeah, I mean, that is that is again an opportunity. I've just got a preference of having the bar not on a complex like Myth Night, and I know that's a bit of a contradiction, but I see Tree Town, it's just a little bit more kind of open. But I wouldn't rule anything out at this point. I know my mate / investor's going out next week to see what takes his fancy, and no doubt we'll do a few FaceTimes. And by the end of November, I'll know either way. I'll just come on a live show or do a vlog saying it's not to be this time or it is to be. It's not up to me. It's not my money. I'm not buying it. And it's ultimately up to him. Cheat Charlie, any tips for an old vlogger wants to get back into the game? Any tips, mate? I mean, thank you for the super chat, first of all, Cheap Charlie. But go for it, mate, if you enjoy it. I mean, I do the YouTube. I enjoy it. I like filming. I even like the editing a little bit. And then I like the interaction after I've posted or on a live show. And I get a bit of pocket money for it. So this is a great hobby. You know, it was either golf, flying model aircrafts, or producing videos on the PattayaOwl channel. So this is my hobby. And it's brilliant. I mean, what a hobby where you can earn a bit of money while being in Pattaya. I don't know, I've got a bit of a cough. Jeremy Simpson, so your mate hasn't even been to Pattaya. Incorrect. It sounds like a drunk idea. Incorrect. Hopefully not. No, so he has been to Pattaya. He's never bought a business in Pattaya. He is, I've known him for a while. There's a lot of trust there. He is the investor. If he wants to buy the bar, it's up to him. He's a very, very laid back guy. If he wants it, he'll have it. If he doesn't, he won't. He won't be influenced by me pestering him saying, come on, let's do it. If he wants it, he'll have it. But he's a very switched on guy. He's travelled around the world, and he has been to Pattaya. And he's a nice guy as well, you know. And a big thank you to everyone, by the way. He's emailed saying, I want to invest, I want to invest. I get that. And I appreciate that. And I haven't got the time to look at every single one. And also, having known someone, it does carry a little bit more weight. But I certainly won't, you know, rule anything out for the future. So I kind of said thanks, but no thanks to a lot of people. And it's ideal that this person is buying the bar for them, and then I'm just coming along to help promote it. Whereas some of the other offers have been, I can put this in, if you put this in, or get another investor and all. It gets complicated. I don't want multiple people. I'd rather someone just own the bar, and then I work for that person. Hello, Howell, hope you're well. Can you divulge the budget for the bar? I don't know. It just comes. There isn't one. I know that might sound ridiculous to you, but there isn't one. If nothing changes, if he sees one that he likes, he'll go for it. You know, obviously he'll give me a call and we'll do a video chat. Equally, if he doesn't see anything or the numbers don't stack up actually when he's looked into it in a bit more detail, there's no pressure there. You know, go and get smashed. You're in Pattaya. Go and enjoy yourself. And you know, the perch will be one for another day. I love the idea of having the perch, but I'm not precious about it. It is what it is. Tony, how are you, Mark? Curious. Any thoughts giving it? So I'm in retail, mate. No, I'm happy with my life in England, but you know, who knows what the future holds? That's what I would say. I won't rule anything out in the future. Declan, hi mate, I'm in the cave with your old flame Jackie. He's not working tonight. They said, you've lost me there, mate. But if you're in the cave, hopefully Rinder and the team are there. Say hello. Someone's in Scotland, Pattaya, Sweden, America, all over the world. Would not move to Pattaya at 40 too young. Well, I disagree with that, actually. There's no guarantee the owl's going to live to 45, 50, 65, 70. So I don't think... I mean, the only benefit of being a little bit older would be access to a state pension or a private pension if I had a big one, which I haven't. But there's no guarantee I'm even going to get to pension age. So I think for me, it's more about the income as opposed to the age. So, you know, in the future, if I was offered a salary through a bar which would cover my expenses, etc., that could be an opportunity. I wouldn't wait until I was 60 because I think age was an issue. I'd much rather be out there enjoying myself, but the money has to be there. What I have learned is I'm definitely too young to retire. I haven't got the financial stability to do that. So I would have to earn money in Pattaya more than just YouTube, which could be a bar. I'd have to work. I wouldn't work crazy hours. I wouldn't work 7 days a week. That wouldn't work. But I could definitely commit a good amount of my time around the vlogging in the future, maybe. People say around 100k really for a decent bar. Is that 100k pounds, are you saying? Hi Mark, after your trip in January, when will you be back over there again? Good question, I don't know. There's actually nothing, it's all blank after the January trip. I have got more holidays to use actually. I've got more holidays to use, but I think let's just get there. It's only 70 odd days to go. And maybe on a live show in Pattaya, or on a vlog or something like that, we can plan the one after January. Who knows what it'll look like. But no, I booked the October, I booked the January. The October is all done and dusted, and that was amazing. Let's go out there in January. And who knows, we might be sat at a bar. We might be sat at a bar booking the next trip to Pattaya on a live show. But genuinely nothing booked, nothing planned. What about the new complex Myth Night? Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I mean, I've had beers there. I don't know if I'd want my bar there. I don't like the idea of all the competition, like all. Yeah, I don't know. You could say that about anywhere, though. You could say that about Tree Town, Bacau. All the bars are next to each other. Yeah, it's just a gut feel about having it in a complex like that. I'm not sure. Typhon, I don't know what your thoughts are. Your thoughts on the comment I left about plans next year, World War, alien invention. Oh, was that you? Was it Typhon? Yeah, it was. Well, that I've made a little short before without getting into politics about there is obviously wars going on all over the place, and also there's some deals being done recently as well, isn't there? I think I saw in the news today Thailand and Cambodia and all that good stuff have come up with some kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, World War would be awful, mate. But let's hope that doesn't happen, and let's hope peace can happen. As for an alien invasion, I really don't know about that, Typhon. I don't know what your thoughts are. Do you reckon we're due for an alien invasion in 2026? Texas Toner, most likeable Pattaya YouTuber. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. 2,500 quid a month. He's hiring 5,000 baht. Is LK Metro not the same place as Soy Bacau? Well, LK Metro is like an L shape off Soy Bacau and Soy Diana, and a cut through the day. So it's not the same, no. What's the little black mark on the wall behind you on the way up the stairs? It could be a picture hook. It could be a fingerprint. Possibly a fingerprint mark. Owl, what's the plan for Christmas? Spend it at home here in England. No doubt there'll be lots going on in preparation for the trip, which is not at the start of January, but a little bit into January. So I'll be very much thinking of Pattaya, and of course it'll be coming up to the 1 year anniversary of the channel. I think I started the channel on Christmas Eve last year, as in opened up the YouTube account on the 24th. Then I learned how to edit on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. It was the 1st of January. And then I went to Pattaya not long after that. So it'll be coming up to the anniversary of the channel, so maybe I'll do some stuff around that. 193 watching. Well, we've got 195. We've not got many likes. If you could hit the like button, that would really help the algorithm. Looking back at this comment here, we had 60 likes based on 200 people watching. It doesn't cost anything, but it really does help. And it also helps people watch this live show after, because obviously a few thousand people watch it after the live event. So I appreciate it. Cheers for pointing that out, user. Monica LK is a side street of Soy Bacau. There are many such streets off Bacau. Oxford Wildlife Cam, good to have you back on the live show. Evening, hope you're having a nice evening. Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, I've got my chicken pieces, cup of tea, couple of hundred people on a live show. All is good. And of course, I released a vlog this morning. If you've not seen it, check it out after this live show. The investor hasn't been to Pattaya before. He has. Yes, he has. He loves the place. LK Metro ain't cheap, but the Rock House is for sale. It has several apartments on the top. 4.3 million. What's 4.3 million then? 4.3 million baht to the Great British Pound. Yeah, just under 100 grand. I don't think he'd be spending that much. What I know about Myth is bars don't change or turn over often there. The location is good. I tell you what would have been alright is the Las Vegas Beer Garden, Soy Diana. That's a great location. I mean, I think all them bars are sold now. But they're all, again, they're little bars within a complex. I'd rather, I mean, to be honest, I love something like, like the Cave, something similar to that, really. Owl, it's going to your name. That's going to bring in customers. Well, hopefully, yeah. And I do believe the YouTube can definitely attract people to a bar. I mean, we've seen it with the meetup nights. It helps bring like-minded people together. Of course, the bar's not going to be rammed every night, but people have trips to Pattaya at different weeks throughout the year. So we might get a sporadic groups of people coming to the bar. So it could work. Tigu68, hey Owl, love your new song and love that helmet. Thank you, much appreciated. The song has gone down well, hasn't it? I remember when Will sent it through to me, I listened to it, I thought, oh, that's a banger. I sent it to a couple of mates here in England, and they went, oh, that's all right, isn't it? And that was it. Then I just released it to the channel. Obviously, if it was shit, then I couldn't use it. So few Farangs in Walking Street nowadays. Yeah, I mean, apart from Lucifer, which I keep banging on about, which is awesome. What a nightclub that is. I've walked up and down it of an evening, just the whole tourist thing. And I've gone in some of the bars. I've gone in some of the Russian bars, for example, but a lot more expensive. You have, of course, got Soy Diamond with the windmill. And can you believe this? The Owl did not go in the windmill when I was over there in October. This month. I didn't go in. Partly because I probably spent most of my money in the rum runner on Soy Bacau, which is, it reminds me of the windmill in some respects. It is different in its own way, but I didn't go to the windmill. Is there a possibility you will not get paid if not enough money is coming in? Well, the bar's got to make money, I get that, but we'll have an agreement in place, and he's the kind of guy to stick to his word as well. He's very fair, so we'll see on that one, and I'll see what I can share with you. Well, we've not agreed anything. There isn't a bar at the minute. He's just looking, but if we get to a point where we do agree what the Owl gets for promoting it from England versus what he would get if I was out there full time, and if he's happy for me to share that, like I've done with my YouTube earnings, and I will do, but we're not even there yet. I mean, he don't fly out till next week. And what I can do is let you guys at the end of November, and it might be a yes, it might be a no. But if it is a no, if he decides actually there's nothing he wants, then the perch will be one for the future. I can see it. I can see it for the future. Typhon, listen to your heart, but always follow your brain. Have a think. Do a cost-benefit analysis, spreadsheet analysis. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And of course, if this does happen, it's earning, it's money coming in. I'm not spending any money. And I bet you didn't know I could design websites either. Well, I can. Candy Club is great, just a bit too loud sometimes. Well, I've got a mate who actually wears earplugs when he goes in there. But I do love... You know what I would love as well? I don't know if you're watching, Grant, or you're watching this afterwards. I know you've commented before on some of the videos. Hope you're well, mate. But if your band could sing the PattayaOwl song, that would literally make my holiday. It would be awesome, mate, if they could sing that. A live band singing the Owl song. It's like a dream for me. Dream come true. One of my favourite bars with one of my favourite songs while on holiday. It would be awesome. If that's possible, if anyone can get the message out to Grant, then that would be brilliant. We could even film it. Juju Club Owl. Juju closes at 6. Charlie will be back Pattaya soon. Dave in Thailand, hi Owl. Hope all goes well if you decide to open it. Lots of little investments are better than just having one. Cheers, mate. Well, it won't be my money if we do. It'd be more just earning like a wage. But hope you're well, mate, and good luck with everything. Greetings from Miami, Florida, USA. Need a big owl on the logo. Well, what I would say, and people have sent me logos, and a big thank you. I think you know who you are. You might even be on today. I don't know if you want me to mention it. I mean, I love the original PattayaOwl logo on the channel is there to stay. It'd be like changing the name of a person. That's the logo. I'll never tinker about with the logo. But over the months, you guys have sent me logos for the channel, and I've said thank you very much. Awesome logo if that's the case, and I won't be using it just because I don't want to change the logo on the channel, which is me just being honest. However, there's no harm if you are a graphic designer or you like designing logos and having a little bit of fun, design one for the perch. Ping it to PattayaOwl@gmail.com, and if we don't end up getting a bar, then it is what it is. But if you enjoy creating a logo, send it through. I can see, in an ideal world, I can see the perch in big letters with maybe a circular owl at the end of the letters, maybe. Many have tried and many have failed at owning a bar. That's profitable. Good luck. Yeah, lots have failed. I said that to my mate / investor. I said, and I think his reply to me was, you know, if I wanted this to make money, then I probably wouldn't do it. So it's more than just that. It's the whole project. It's having a bit of fun, as well as trying to make it work. You know, we're not going out there to purposely fail, but we are being quite realistic about it. It's a tough gig, and Pattaya was definitely quieter when I went out there than ever before. So there's all sorts of challenges. But we still love Pattaya. We can still have a blast. We can still have a go. I wonder if the Thai ladies can pronounce the perch. Good point. I think you need to buy the cave and live stream. And live the dream, sorry. Well, I don't think the cave is for sale. There are some bars for sale in Tree Town, and Tree Town management have contacted us, not with all the information. That's just going to happen face to face next week. But there are opportunities in Tree Town, but it's whereabouts on Tree Town. I was having a chat with a mate the other day, and we're in agreement that when you take a left off Bacau into Tree Town from, say, Prime Burger, McDonald's, you've got the cave on the left, the food court on the right. That spot there, for me, is the hot spot. I don't tend to always walk around the whole of Tree Town and come down the other side. I mean, even if I'm going Candy Club, I tend to go back onto Bacau and to Candy Club. So having a bar in the middle of Tree Town wouldn't necessarily work. I don't know. So Owl, what's the wildest place you've been in, Pats? Is it actually the windmill? Sounds like it's up there, mate. Yeah, if you've never been to the windmill, check it out. But yeah, that is definitely wild. I mean, Penguin was quite wild as well, I've got to say. I was taken back by Penguin. It was a bit wild. Great entertainment though. There's always a possibility of taking over. No, I mean, to be fair, the cave isn't up for sale. I mean, I did, obviously, you know, they just celebrated their 1 year anniversary as well. I'm not going to lie, it obviously crossed my mind, but it isn't for sale. It isn't for sale, and I'm going to continue to drink in the cave, even when I've got my own bar. You know, I'm not just going to drop the cave. I love them. They're brilliant. And they're also in the music video. I don't know if you've seen it at the end. I had to finish off at the cave. How much would the cave cost? I don't know. I think you would be a great bar host. Thank you, mate. Are you going to take... And a lot of my mates have actually been to Pattaya. Even some of my old school friends were going Pattaya before even I did. And I know I've got one old school mate who's going out next month. I did get invited to go to Thailand back in 2011, but I declined. I declined. I must say, the last video and the poll results, some interesting comments. I've read that one. Take up walking, the weight will soon come off. Yeah, cheers, thank you. I agree with that. That's how I've done it before, walking, cycling. I'll just get rid of the first idiot of the day. Yeah, I don't mind people being like critical or feedback or all that stuff, but when they're out and out just like abusive, they've just got to go. There's no need for it. I mean, 99% of people on here know how to word something, do you know what I mean? The job is fine, works. A couple of mates have done it. The issue is when they've stopped, they've put the weight back on. Interesting. Evening, Mr. Owl. This is Meerkat. Oh, where's that gone? Where's that comment gone? Well, the owl is going to have to get quicker at responding to comments. Franco says it's free to give a like if you're enjoying the stream. 201 on in the house, only 68 likes. Thank you, Franco. Yeah, you can give us a like. It's free, it only takes a second, but it really helps the algorithm. Well, the moderators are busy. Thank you, Damon. Thank you, Franco. There's obviously lots of action and comments been going on in the comments because I'm that far behind. I'm not. I've not seen them. But thank you for moderating tonight. I've just got rid of one idiot and I'm back up to date. So let's have a see. GCLDN, Mr. Owl is live. Oi, oi. Like and share as it helps the algorithm. How you, mate? Yeah, nice one, mate. Always good to have you on here, GCLDN. And even when I met you at the cave, I met you as GCLDN. And if you'd like to give your first name, I can start calling you by your first name, mate. You're an absolute gent. Good to see you. And of course, you was at the Robin Hood when I was having, I think, my roast dinner as well. So you're a nice guy, mate. Is the pub investment with the Nightwish group? No, I don't even know who they are. Lots of talk about this Monjaro job. I mean, I wish I never mentioned it, actually. Monjaro only work if you change your habits. Typhon, you're going back in the comments. LOL, your lives are becoming busier, which is great. Yeah, the live shows, yeah. I mean, since the last trip to Pattaya this month, the live shows have been a lot busier. So it's a good job I've got a couple of moderators in Franco and Damon. So Nick Jones, you need 100,000 baht a month. Mickey Moo, love your Chelsea shirt, Owl. How much was that? 450 baht from Mike's Shopping Mall. What's the entertainment you speak of? Well, my advice is get yourself out to Pattaya if you've not already and experience the entertainment. Yeah, you'll see yourself when you go in the bars what entertainment is in Pattaya. True, but Pattaya is not normal reality. It does feel a little bit away from reality, but I wouldn't mind it being my reality. I enjoy it. The 2 months I was there earlier this year, it went like that. I could, if it wasn't for money, I could easily have just stayed out there. I've heard Tree Town is not doing great. I've heard that as well, mate, but I think it is still, if you get the right location, it's still one for the future, one for now. It just depends where you are. Location's key, and I'll keep referring back to Candy Club as my example of that. for me, one of the best bars in Pattaya. And that's because it's a great location, great model, and all the stuff I've already said. So I'm not going to bang on too much about that. The Sioux Coffee side of Tree Town is okay. The Old Buzzing Bar side is dead. Thank you, mate. Tree Town has really gone downhill in the last year, but things can always change. Well, the meet-up nights have been popular at the Cave in Tree Town. You know, we've had full houses in there, 27 people at the meet-up nights, which is a full bar for the Cave. The Owl, true, if you like making videos and the art of photography, it makes sense, absolutely. And if you've got the urge to get back into it, mate, get back into it. Tree Town was packed in January when I was there. It's low season now, so no. When does it become high season? I know some people are saying there is no low or high season anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's back end of October, is it, the high season? Pattaya prices need to come down to attract tourists again. Well, the hotels are cheap. I mean, I'm getting the Vogue, £20 odd a night. I mean, that's cheap. Viking Prepper is in the house. Hope you're behaving yourself, mate. Well, you've been in the house a while, but I've only just seen that you're here. Is the investor of the bar Brian Flowers? No, I don't know Brian Flowers. Tree Town, you'll get a footfall of people walking through Tree Town to get to Soy Buakhao, Second Road. Good place. I think it is a really good place, and there are opportunities on Tree Town. Many have failed, and I get that. I told you which side I'd rather be on, and that is the Cave side rather than the Candy Club side. And they've got offers on at the minute. They're obviously desperate to get some bar owners in there. They're offering 50% off rates at the minute. I will become a billionaire. I definitely won't. I think that ship has well and truly sailed, mate. Norway, someone from Norway, excellent. The new Maggie May's bar complex would be a good place, Mr. Owl. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about it. I walked past it on the way to Myth Night, I think I did. And it looks like it's coming together. I'm not sure if I want a bar there or not. I don't know any of the detail. You almost need to go there and see. It's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, if I just use the Las Vegas Beer Garden as an example, and I love that place, but you go in there, it's like, which bar do you go to? You know, do you go to ones at the front, or do you walk all the way down to the stage and go to the ones at the back? Do the ones at the back get as much as the... I don't know. Would you want to be one of the bars? Let me know in the comments. Would you want to be one of the bars at the front of the Las Vegas or at the back? Got an itchy nose. The bar should be called Night Owl. Owl is handsome. He doesn't need to pay. Oh, God. I still firmly believe the bar should be called the Owlgasm. Can't even say it. That's not a good start then, is it? This is my bar, the Owlgasm. It helps if you can say the name of your bar. I will open a small eateries takeaway place, Beach Road. Owl could buy the Cave. It's not for sale, mate. It's not for sale. It's a nice break from Pattaya, either for a day or a couple of days. Sky Girl, 8429. Hi, mate. Went for 6 months. Had a... Oh. Di Sophia 2034. I booked 2 months away at the end of January, mostly in Thailand. Brilliant stuff. Glenn, have you spoke to Webby? He was involved in a bar for a short time. I have, mate. I speak to Webby on a regular basis, mate. He's always got good advice for us, and he says it how it is, which I appreciate. Sky Girl 8429. Global travel, mate. We'll keep you updated on Thai news. You have a big family? No, I don't have a big family, mate. No. The Dirty Mechanic 9242. I'm in Pattaya on the 29th of December. Off to the M&M bar, and then barcode to see my pal. Nice one, mate. I did have a game of pool in the M&M bar, and well, it was on a live show, and I was there playing pool, getting battered. Actually, I think I lost pretty much every game. What's his budget? As buying a bar isn't cheap, or is he just looking to rent? Well, you don't. He's not looking to buy physical property. You buy a business or you rent a space. There isn't a budget, which is a good thing as well, because you know it doesn't have to be the cheapest bar on the market in a shit location. But equally, he doesn't have to buy one at all, and I've said that to him. You know, I've done videos on it. We're all up for it, but I'd hate to pile pressure on it. It is what it is. But there isn't a budget. It's just got to be the right project. We had a conversation the other day, and it's not going to be a gigantic bar. It's not going to be, you know, it's not even going to be as big as Candy Club or anything like that. It's likely to be a little beer bar, you know, a little one like the Cave, Jungle, that kind of small bar with a pool table, stools, TVs, fridge, beer. That's it. We're not inventing the wheel. We're not going to invent the wheel. Matt TV said he raised 5 million baht to open a bar. I don't know anything about that, mate. Good luck to Mac, but I don't know how he's doing it. No, but I'll certainly call in for a beer. Will you be selling pickled eggs? Is a question from Martin Ryder. No, I have no plans to sell any food if we get a bar. And I don't think I'd put pickled eggs on the menu. Alex, I work in retail, mate. How much to open a bar in Pattaya, Tommy asks. Well, how long's a piece of string, mate? It literally depends on the bar. If it's an existing bar, maybe it could just be a shell and you need to actually kit it out. It just depends on it. If it's an established bar, you're going to pay a hell of a lot of money. If it's an established bar in a great location. If it's an empty dead space, then you're going to have to pay to get it all refurbed and building work and all that stuff. So in an ideal world, a bar which is in a good location, which has got everything there, but maybe it's just underperforming. And maybe we can try and make it perform a little bit better. I don't know. We're realistic about this though. Not doing Christmas out there, Owl. I've heard it. It's funny you mentioned that, Rob. So no, I'm not doing Christmas out there. I'm actually working over Christmas here in England. But someone even offered. Thank you very much. I won't mention who it is, but someone offered to pay for my flight to go out there in December, which is very, very, very kind of them. Amazingly kind. But I can't. I'm working. Yeah, I can't go out there in December. GCLDN, I know an owner of who has 2 bars in Las Vegas Beer Garden. He was selling up. It wasn't doing well. That was April, but I haven't spoke to him since. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? And, you know, I never end the night in the Las Vegas Beer Garden, me personally. I do like the place. I like to have a couple of beers in there before I venture out. And I tend to go to the first couple of bars, just being honest. I don't go right to the stage. It might be different if it was busier. I don't know. But I hope it does really well. It's been there coming up to a couple of years now, hasn't it? Barry says it's a bad idea. What's a bad idea, Martin, mate? Walking Street is way too expensive, the Dirty Mechanic says. GCLDN, I very much doubt the Candy Club band will learn and rehearse your song. I do as well, mate. It was more of a cheeky request on the off chance Grant's watching. It would be awesome. There's not that many words in the song, is there, to be fair? Bangers, singer, spread your wings. Oh, Stephen Caffall, challenge accepted on the perch logo. Awesome, mate. So just on it, mate. I can see if we go ahead with the bar, it's still if, I know we're getting excited, but it's just if. I've seen a big sign saying the perch in maybe big white letters, nothing fancy, nothing coming off the letters. And then maybe a little circular logo with an owl on a perch next to the big text, because I think that would be easier for them to do the LED as well. That's what you've got to consider. We're going to mod Viking. What is it? We're going to make him a moderator? No, we're not. He was blocked the other week, and he's on his best behaviour. So you don't become a moderator of the channel by getting yourself blocked. Gavin, I've seen your question just up on here, mate. Might as well answer that one now for you. What advice would what would your advice be for first timers going to Pattaya? Am I the best person to give advice? I would say 100% make sure that you're taking your English cast and changing it over there, and you're changing it at TC currency exchange, and you're getting the best rate, and then enjoy some of the places I've recommended. You know, go to Rum Runner, go to Candy Club, go to the Cave, go to the Windmill, go to Lucifer, and report back and let me know if you enjoyed any of them. But yeah, getting the best exchange rate, because I've made some mistakes, paying £250, drawing cash out of a cash machine, partly because the Bangkok Bank have screwed me over. But yeah, get the money right, then spend it in the right places. Best bit of advice. I'm not going to go down the route of giving people advice not to fight and all this sort and the other, because I don't think, well, some people are stupid enough, but will there be any? No, there won't be any dancers at the bar now. There'll be staff at the bar, 100%. Don't mean 5571. I've been enjoying your videos, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, the views have been all right. I released a vlog this morning. I think it went out at 7 AM in the morning, I think it was. PattayaOwl question, what is the total time you have spent in Thailand all together? Good question. So I think I've been 5 times now. Oh my God, I'd have to really think about that. Like a 2-week holiday times 2, so 4 weeks. Then maybe 2 months, followed by another 2 weeks. So all in all, you may be looking at 18, 20 odd weeks or something like that. I'd have to sit down and work it out. Dope, I mean 5571. I'm off to Pattaya on the 24th of December for 2 weeks for the first time. For the first time, that's amazing, mate. Brilliant stuff. If you've never been Pattaya before, I mean, I was overwhelmed. I've been honest about that when I first arrived in June 2023. And it was actually then looking at some of the YouTube vlogs that helped me settle down and help me know where to go, basically. But when I first arrived, I was walking down Second Road in the wrong direction with my suitcase, feeling overwhelmed. But I just sat down, had a coffee, looked at YouTube, and got my bearings. You know, this is Second Road, that's Beach Road. You soon get to grips with it. But how exciting, mate. Lost Boy 3974, I like the music video you did, mate. Thank you very much. Chelsea Boy, how are you doing, mate? I'm glad you enjoyed the Chelsea shirt the other day. That's also from Mike's Shopping Mall. I'm just getting round to your comments, so hopefully you're still on the live show, mate. Let me just find your comment. It's disappeared. How many likes have we got? Let me know. Have we got the 100 likes? Yeah, have we hit that landmark? Thank you to everyone, by the way, who's commented on this live show. there's that many comments, the Owl can't even keep up, and the moderators have been flat out. They're going to be expecting a wage at this rate. Oh, right, okay. Nearly there. Chelsea boy, hello pal from Gaz at Heathrow, working hard. I got to Pattaya 4th of November, can't wait. Nice one, Chelsea boy, mate. It was great to meet you that night. Steve O Tropics, we're here for Pattaya positivity. That's why I like the Owl channel. Keep kicking the trolls. Thank you, mate. We get more people supporting the channel and being positive than we do trolls. But you know, trolls will be trolls. Some of the trolls are all right. You can have a bit of a laugh with them. And some trolls on some channels are not necessarily trolls on my channel. So the only time I would hide someone or block someone is if they're just come on here and they're just, you know, out and out abusive for completely no reason. But, you know, somebody challenging or going, you know, Owl, why are you buying a bar? You're going to be bankrupt. I don't mind answering, you know, stuff like that. Lots of suggestions for the bar. Have you had the Owl nickname for a long or relatively new? Well, I've only been the Owl since I started the channel. Back in January, I think the first vlog went out. I officially registered the account on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And I think the first vlog was maybe January. And no, I've not always been the Owl. Less than a year. GCLDNI got a nice Real Madrid top from Mike's Shopping Mall, 450 baht, great quality, and to think they're £100 in the UK, exactly, and the quality from the ones at Mike's Shopping Mall are phenomenal. Damon, 118 thumbs up, that is awesome, that is really good, thank you everyone. Hope your bar lasts longer than that's a bit harsh, mate, isn't it? It is what it is. I don't know if we get the bar, it'll last as long as it lasts. You know, it could be a few month thing, or it could be a few years thing. We just got to be realistic about it. How much a month can you make on a small bar? Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. They're not big money. They're not big money earners, are they? The camel toe. Yeah, they say the hardest thing to get good bar staff. I agree with that. I agree. I mean, I do know a couple of Mama Sams, and I have a few connections over the last couple of years, but that doesn't mean shit, does it? I agree with that. It's a tough gig to get a decent team into the bar, and it's a team that make the bar. You know, if you've got a bunch of people that are not engaged and not, you know, the wrong people for the bar, that won't work. It's the people that will make it a success or not, unfortunately. So it's a tough one. That's probably the biggest challenge for any bar owner in Pattaya, is actually getting the right team in. A big thank you, by the way, to everyone who sent me a buy me a coffee. I will thank you personally as well. And oh god, there's logos coming through already. I'll have to look at them after the live show. And that was quick. From just saying about the perch and a potential logo, I've received 4 emails with potential versions of a logo. Thank you, whoever's taken the time to do that. Very clever how you could do a logo that quick. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm catching up with the comments. I'm nearly fully up to date. So let me speed up a little bit. I can tell you that Gavin, don't fall in love. I want to sell my house and go to Europe. The Dirty Mechanic, it's 250 baht budget for cash out of the cash point. Yes, I know, yes. It's like 5-6 quid every time you draw cash out. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Emerson watched a video in which a man was looking at a spice. There's some funny comments. Like some of them I don't even get. I do apologise if I don't get it. Maybe some of it is like humour I don't get. But anyway, Dirty Mechanic, 113 likes. That is awesome. Thank you. Mark, hi Mark, just tuned in. Have you decided about the Pattaya bar? So my mate / investor is going out there next week to have a great time in Pattaya, more importantly. But he's also going to have a look out there to see what's available. We may or may not find something when he's out there. I'll let you know at the end of next month on this one, or before if I know any sooner. It'll either be, yeah, you know what, we've got it. It's a goer. I'll support it, promote it, and when I'm there in January, who knows, we might even be serving beer. Or it might go the other way, which is, couldn't find anything, you know what, I've changed my mind, don't fancy it, which is fine as well. And the perch will be for another day, but we'll have to see. But there's nothing yet. Mark, got my Eva flight booked, 770, end of November, can't wait. It's not a bad price. Yeah, not a bad price. And I think I would fly with Eva again, definitely. My Thai Airways flight was good, but the food wasn't as good as it's been previously. And I also found that the actual plane was a little bit dated compared to Emirates and Eva. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad price. I do try and get around the 660, but it is what it is. 660, 770, it's still a good price, isn't it, for a direct flight? PattayaOwl, so less than 6 months experience in Thailand. My advice would invest in the UK. Well, I already own a property, mate. That brings income. Leave the bars to the idiots, because I think what, and I get your comment there, mate, but like, we're not, my mate is not starting this bar to get rich off it. He literally knows there's a chance he's probably going to lose, but we're going to aim to try and make it successful. Is a completely realistic. It's a project, it's a bit of fun, and it could actually turn into something profitable, but we're not expecting it to. I think in his words, he actually said, if I want to make some proper money, I'd invest somewhere else. It's not necessarily about that. And I have invested. I've got a property in the UK, mate. Emerson, was your new high energy end song recorded and written, or was it AI? It was AI created, but it's a good one, isn't it? Some of the AI songs I imagine aren't brilliant, but it really is. Why be normal? Watching the videos over the last couple of weeks have made me a little depressed. Had a trip planned, had cancelled, triggered. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. Hopefully things will change on that one. Dirty Mechanic, I watch YouTube on a guy with a bar in Chiang Mai. I would watch. Hi PattayaOwl, could you make a vlog about prices for flying from London to Bangkok at the end of December? I'm flying from Amsterdam. Potentially, mate, we can look at that. I do like to do vlogs on flights. We can have a look at that. How much you're paying for Norse? £545. Direct flight from London Gatwick to Bangkok, and that is without food though. That's no food. The Dirty Mechanic, I'm flying with Norse from Gatwick. Same here, mate. Luke Manton, good to have you in here. Thanks for being a loyal member to the channel, mate. Hey, mate, good to join. 6:25 a.m. here in Sydney. Well, welcome. We are 2 hours into a live show. It's another biggie. We've had over 200 people on the live show. We've nearly got 180 people on now, and we'll keep going for a bit longer. One of the eye-openers of food and drink was the machine that fizzed up slushy soft drinks and bottles. In some ways, customer service appears more reflective than UK in food and drink. This the Norse, by the way, I'll just say the Norse Atlantic Airways. I'm really looking forward to flying with them, and I'm yet to have a see what options I've got in terms of buying food on board and upgrading. I've not got round to it. Some of you suggested just buying the odd hot meal on board would be cheaper than paying for any upgrade, but 540 quid for a direct flight is it's all right these days, isn't it? And they're quite sensible times, I think, as well. I need to recap on the flight. I think that might be a future vlog as we build up towards the next trip. Not meant to be rude, but how old are you? 40. I've had a tough paper round, mate. Be nice. GC LDN, I still like your original idea of Greg's. Yeah, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? But then when I was out there, this is interesting. I know I said that before I went, but when I was out there, I actually didn't fancy a Greg's. I was happy with the Thai food at Tree Town Food Court, Eat Street, chicken pad Thai. So actually, when it came to it, I wasn't craving a sausage roll. So maybe it wouldn't take off as much as I thought it would do. And actually, you've got Bronx Pizza if you fancy a pizza. You've got Hungry Panda if you fancy a proper Chinese, or you've got Chomps and Soy Lenki. Where do you fit in a sausage roll? That's pretty good. Gatwick to Bangkok. Fake Greg's. Well, yeah, it was an idea, wasn't it? 12:27 in Las Vegas. See you in January. Nice one, Scotty Pete. And thanks for all the support to the channel, either with Buy Me a Copy or Super Chat. It all goes in the Pattaya Fund. Your support is awesome. Why be normal? Have a good meal before the flight. Shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, but the flight's 12 hours long and I get hungry. I'll be honest, I get hungry every 3 to 4 hours. So I need at least 2 meals on board. Might be different if I was 2 stone lighter and my stomach was a bit smaller. But JP Jordan, and I've just noticed, because I'm almost up to date with my comments, whatever comments you do drop on here now, you should get a quicker answer than before, because I've worked through the hundreds of comments and I'm now not far off where you guys are. The fact that you're mentioning Hungry Panda there, tell you what, that place is special, isn't it? Even some of my colleagues and friends here at home said, oh, that vlog you did on that Chinese, it looked gorgeous. And it was. I mean, them big, red, sweet and sour chicken balls is just outstanding. And arguably, it's, in my opinion, I enjoyed it, if not the same, but more than Chomps, which I've raved about for so long. So we've got people in Vegas, excellent stuff. The Dirty Mechanic, I'm buying sandwiches at the airport to take on. I could do, mate, I could do, but I fancy something a little bit warmer than a sandwich. Late to the chat, but loved your recent videos from your latest trip. A big hello from JJ and Nick. Hello. See you at the cave or your own bar in the future. Love that comment, JP Jordan. Welcome to the live show, mate. Really nice. And you know what? I like the way you've put it there. See you at the cave. But you know what? If the perch is there, you happen to have the perch, I'll see you there. That's the kind of laid-back attitude I love, mate. Love it. JCLDN, yes, I tried Hungry Panda after your review. Very nice. It is. It's a very special place, isn't it? They work hard there. And 199 baht for sweet and sour chicken and egg fried rice. And it was outstanding. There's enough food there to last the day as well. So big portions. And I'm definitely going back to the Hungry Panda in January and try some other dishes. Dirty Mechanic, I got the homemade sausage roll at the M&M bar, was lovely. Cool. Fixie77, hey Owl, I tried the time bar breakfast at your recommendation. It was very good and the lady who served me remembered you. Oh, nice one. And you can mention the Owl, by the way, when you go to these places. Try to think, obviously mention it when you go to the cave, to the ladies or to Rinda, the owner, or Rinda's husband. Just say you're here because the Owl does his meet-up nights. Because a lot of people have started doing that. They've started going to the cave even when it's not meet-up night. Because Rinda tells me. So, and then I also get messages on my video saying I'm at the cave. Frank Travels, welcome to the live show. Mark Strawbridge, call it GL Eggs. This would pronounce it Greg's, love it. Mark J5W3Y, like the username, mate. Had a roast dinner in the pub earlier, nearly £20 plus, charged me extra for veg. Much better value in Pattaya and just as good. Well, I have to say a big shout out to the Robin Hood. I had a roast dinner there when I did a live show when I was over there this month. That was the best roast dinner I've ever had in my life. In fact, the roast dinner at the Robin Hood last time was better than the one before at the Robin Hood, which was okay. They've improved it. The meat was juicier. All the veg was soft and seasoned, of high quality. The Robin Hood, for me, does the best roast dinner in Pattaya. Now, granted, I've not tried them all, so I can't make that an official statement. You have to try them all and do a league table. I get it. You know, there's the Sportsman, there's Flame, there's Nicky's Bar. Marquee Bar do a cheap one. But it's outstanding. How are you doing, Frank Travels? Are you well? GCLDN, the spring rolls were great. Not sure if you tried them. I didn't. Were the spring rolls crispy? Because that is, for me, an absolute must. A soggy spring roll is a big no-no. So GCLDN, were the spring rolls crispy? And did they have meat inside, or was it just veg? AEJL3NK, I don't like to sit in a bar with no toilet. Fair enough, mate. I mean, I prefer to have a toilet in a bar, but I got over it with a cave. I got over it. And it is what it is. It's just the way it's set up at Tree Town. Robin Hood Sunday Roast, a class, agree, 100%, plus the staff are brilliant. It is a very special place. And of course you don't eat in a Robin Hood every night because you're paying a little bit more. I mean, even some of the Robin Hood staff go downstairs to Eat Street to have their lunch. So, you know, it's all in moderation. I'll have a brekkie there. I'll have one evening meal a week if I'm there. So a couple of times a week. But I don't know if you noticed, I did a couple of live shows from the Robin Hood on that table outside. I actually called it The Perch. Time Bar do a nice roast dinner. Oh, really? I thought the chef finished at 4 o'clock. That's interesting. Heard good things on the roast at the dinner at the Flame. Yeah, I've had a good experience and an okay experience at Flame. You know, I had a good experience when it came to the chicken burger and an okay experience when it came to the Arthur chicken meal. So I'm yet to try the roast dinner at the Flame. Lee Hughes, Mark, can you do a vlog on what you're expecting to earn, how and why from your link up with the bar? Yes, mate. Obviously, I'll have to have the chat. So let's just say things go ahead. I'll have a chat with my mate / investor if it's all right if I do a video on the earnings, because I do like to do that. I mean, even with the YouTube earnings, I've done vlogs on what I've earned on YouTube. Like, I think my revenue now is nearly £1,100 based on the last 28 days, which is really good. And of course, with the bar, if we go ahead, I'll earn less promoting it from here, but I'll earn more if I ever go out there and be there on a full-time basis. That is clear. We've had that conversation, but I'll do a video on it. I think in November next month, we'll know either way, and I'll let you know. If we have to park the Perch for a few months, a few years, we will do, but hopefully we can crack on. Mark J5W3Y, yes, good shout. Robin Hood is decent. Nice chill pub. Witherspoons do a good one. Yeah, I had a breakfast at Witherspoons. It was all right, but I've not been back since. That was in January this year. So it was all right. I don't dislike the place, but I've only ever had one meal in there, and that was a brekkie. But I know a lot of you guys really enjoy Witherspoons. Damon, Hungry Hippo is tip-top place. Looks like a trucker's cafeteria in London, but lovely food and great staff. I agree, mate. I remember doing one of my first ever breakfast vlogs at the Hungry Hippo on Soybecow. I did a breakfast there. And it was great. That one of the sausages, the banger at the Hungry Hippo is up there in my top list. I think maybe top 5. I don't know if they get the same one as the Time Bar, but it's a big chunky sausage. Right, I can actually refresh my page for the first time and just see where we're at. So, 125 likes. If you haven't given us a like yet, give us a cheeky like. It helps the algorithm. And what a busy live we're having. Any questions, any comments, drop them now. I'm up to date with all my comments, so you should get a response much quicker than ever in this last 2 hours. Deadly Dingo, Owl, what's the beer garden like for food? Awesome. Yes, you pay a little bit more. You know, you might pay double what you would pay for a chicken pad thai at Eat Street. So instead of 70, you might pay 140. But the food is spot on. You're paying for the view, you're paying for the setting, but it's not as expensive as, say, the Robin Hood. So the food has always been brilliant. You can get Western food, as you know, and you can also get Thai food at the Robin Hood. Not the Robin Hood, at the beer garden. And the chicken Penang is delicious. Really nice at the beer garden. Robin Hood girls get 50 baht food allowance whilst on duty, so the majority would eat at Eat Street. Oh, right, I didn't know that. And 50 baht gets you almost one decent meal at Eat Street, doesn't it? Robin Hood is massively overpriced. Hemingway's is better. See, Robin Hood will always have a place in my heart because it was the first Western type restaurant I ever went to when I went to Pattaya. For me, it's always like a big warm, comfy duvet of comfort, the Robin Hood. I remember earlier this month popping in there and just having sticky toffee pudding and custard. You wonder why I've put on weight. I just wanted some home comfort. I just wanted something sweet. So I called in there just to have the sticky toffee pudding and custard. And it was an absolute treat. Why be normal? If you had to choose between your favourite Thai meal and a banger, which would it be? So I choose the Thai meal, and it would be my favourite meal in the whole of Pattaya from my favourite place, and that is a chicken pad thai, which is chicken noodles, bean sprouts with tofu and all the good stuff. From the ladies at Eat Street, I've done vlogs on it, middle stand. Amazing, out of this world. The best chicken pad thai I've ever had, and I've had chicken pad thai everywhere, well, a lot of places, even here in England, and none of them can get it as good as them. Nicky's bar's all right, isn't it? I've been to both Nicky's bars. I went to when it was the little one and the big one. And it's all right. It's not my favourite place, but it's all right. And I had an omelette. I had an omelette at Nicky's bar earlier in the year. A lot of people love it. And I believe they do some really nice Western food. So does the Golden Ferret, to be fair, on Soy New Plaza. John Z1W6Q. Hi from Brisbane, Australia, Owl. Hello, and we got a lot of people from Australia at the meetup nights earlier in the year. It's amazing, the power of YouTube. We've got people on this live show right now from Las Vegas, from Pattaya, from Brisbane, Australia, from Scotland, from Wales, from England. Amazing. And you know what? When I do the meetup nights, that's exactly what it's like. A whole mixture of people from everywhere. Love it. Who would have thought? Mark, I'm tempted to buy a large suitcase in Pattaya and fill up with football shirts. Well, opposite Kiss Foods on Second Road is the suitcase shop. Right before the Subway is, before you cut down to Mike's Shopping Mall. And whenever I've bought multiple suitcases from there when I've overdone it. And for 20 quid, for £20, English pound, or 900 baht or whatever, I got a massive, big blue suitcase, and I filled it with lots of goodies from Pattaya. So yeah, I recommend that, and I recommend getting the suitcase from there as well. They're nice, and actually I was on a night out and he let me keep the suitcase. I paid for it, and then he let me keep it until he closed at about, I can't remember what time, maybe 10 o'clock at night, 20 to 10, something like that. And then I took it back. US Marine arriving 10th of November, getting engaged, staying in Jomtien for 9 nights. Brilliant, congratulations, mate. Scotty P, did you eat at the rooftop restaurant at the Travel Lodge? I didn't. Would you recommend it? I do like the Travel Lodge, but I didn't even know there was a rooftop restaurant there on Soy 15. Brian Street, main rule I learned is why love one when you can love them all. Robin Nest on Soy Diana, nice roast. Yeah, I've not. I know people who have had cracking meals in the Nest. Fair play, great location on Soy Diana. I think I went in there once for poached egg on toast, but yeah, I can't say it's one of my favourites. GCLDN, I've eaten at the Travel Lodge. It's nice, mate. The breakfast buffet was very good. Well, this is why I love doing these live shows, is you'll learn all these little tips. I didn't know there was a rooftop bar, and I didn't know they did a brekkie. The Sailor Bar has good food and plenty of choice. So the Sailor Bar is another one that's popular. It's cheap. It's on Soy 7 or Soy 8, isn't it? I think it's Soy 8. But I had breakfast from there, and it was them hideous hot dog sausages. The ones that should be illegal. They're not. You can't even call them sausages. It was just like a hot dog. And I appreciate it's a cheap meal and it's less than 100 baht, but I'd rather pay more and just get a proper banger. To be fair to them, they might offer the bigger sausages, but I couldn't see them on the menu. But a lot of people do like the Sailor Bar because you can get a burger and chips for like 99 baht or something crazy. But I'm not a huge fan of the breakfast. That's one way of putting it. Damon, the Golden Ferret is a lovely place for some grub. One of my favourites. I agree, mate. I actually did a vlog there earlier in the year. When it was the thunderstorm, I was sat outside having some meal, probably an omelette or breakfast of some kind. But I've heard they do nice Western food, like lasagna and that kind of stuff. Nigel Jones 5171, welcome to the live show. Do you force yourself to get up early after a night out in Pattaya? I can't get out of bed until the afternoon. Listening to all the places you recommend, I think I'm missing out. I think I'm just fortunate that I can get up. I don't know why. I mean, I do like the vlogging. I get excited about vlogging, and I do like vlogging in the morning. Maybe if I didn't have the YouTube as a driver, I'd probably just stay in bed. But yeah, I don't mind getting up. 8, 9 a.m. Fitzy77, I'm from Melbourne, Australia, Owl. 6:40 a.m. morning, mate, here. Good morning. Well, I tell you what, the live show, such a busy live show. I'm carrying on because we've got people from all over the place. Obviously, this time is working for the lads in Australia. I did a live show the other day on Friday at 9 a.m. UK time, afternoon Pattaya, which attracted a whole different audience as well. So the time really does make a difference. Sonny Liston 198, hide sticky toffee pudding in King. Oh dear me, mate! I can't believe I just read that out. YB Normal, you have your January trip, but what are you thinking for your future trips? I actually don't know. As I said before, mate, it's all blank after January, which is a good thing as well, isn't it? Because I can almost book something or do something on the January trip, maybe on a live show or a vlog. I don't feel the need to book anything at this point. I think we just need to just knuckle down and go on the holiday in about 70 odd days and then plan after that. But I have got some more holiday entitlement. I thought I had used it all, but I haven't. I have got the ability to have another couple of weeks potentially, but we'll have to see. Owl, do you do much drinking till the sun rises in Pattaya? I don't, mate, no. No, I'll go out afternoon drinks or evening drinks. Usually by 2 a.m. I've had enough, and you'll see me at McDonald's ordering a lamb kebab, as you've seen on one of the last vlogs. I'm not one to be drinking, you know. I've done it before where I found myself in a bar at 3, 4, 5 in the morning just wanting to go home. I can do to about 2 o'clock, I reckon. Damon, moderator, and thanks again, by the way, for moderating, mate. We're continuing with a live show. Thank you, Frankie, as well. Another great restaurant is a Siam Hotel, Soy 2, Second Road, rooftop restaurant. Yeah, I massively rate the Siam at Siam. In fact, I actually booked there. I've cancelled it now because I'm just going to stay at the Vogue and save money, but I did book there for a night. It's a luxurious 5-star hotel in a great location. It's more out the way than it's nowhere near Bacau, is it? It's like you say, Second Road, but I do rate it. It's a big blue building. GCLDN, I can imagine your face when you get your breakfast and sausage is actually a tiny hot dog. I also have the same face when I get that, the disappointment. Yeah, and I've done really well to avoid that. Like, I tend to avoid hotel buffets for that reason. I didn't eat at the Vogue, and to be fair to the Vogue, they might have proper decent bangers, but I suspect, like most buffets, they're the hideous ones that should be illegal. But I will check the breakfast out at the Vogue, because we all know I love that place, and let's hope they have some proper bangers when I get there in 70 odd days. The Dirty Mechanic 9242, have you tried the Sportsman Carvery near the Leo Hotel? I haven't. I've had a brekkie there. That was all right. The Lek Hotel, I did a review on that. That is proper old school inside, isn't it? Really dated, but cheap. I think you can get a room. I went in there and did a vlog, and they said it'd be 800 baht for a room, but I'm pretty sure you can get it cheaper than that. Would I stay there? No. What dates are you going in January? Well, the first meetup night is the 16th of January. As it stands, that'll be at the Cave at 8 p.m. So I'll be arriving in and around that meetup date. So round about that, without giving me an exact flying date, because there's a few weirdos out there that want to know the exact date, flight, time. Somebody asked me in a bar, actually, when I was out there, oh, what flight are you on the way home? Why do you need another flight? What's the flight number? What time? I'm like, this is just weird. I don't understand why they need to know that. Mark, get herself over second week in March. Do a live stream from the cave whilst Chetland races on. It's better atmosphere. Owl, we didn't see your body-to-body massage. No. So I actually did a vlog on having a massage. But not the body-to-body, because of course the body-to-body is a little bit different. You know, you've got to get it undressed, and how on earth do I do that with a camera and keep YouTube happy at the same time? And nobody wants to see the owl having a massage. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I was pushing boundaries by doing a vlog on a bloody foot and head massage. Actually finding somewhere that would let me film took me about 45 minutes, and then YouTube approved it straight away. So I thought, wow. Have you stayed at the Neo Hotel in Jomtien? If so, what it's like? Yes, I have, mate. I like that. I do rate it. I mean, that's a bit of a coincidence how you've chosen pretty much one of the hotels. I've stayed in a couple that I've stayed in Jomtien. The Neo Hotel, by the way, is brilliant. Great price, great location, really close to where you want to be in Jomtien on the main strip, and underground parking for the scooter. The rooms are not super modern, but equally they're not completely dated either. So they're somewhere in the middle, and it was comfortable. I think I did a couple of nights there, or a night, and I've stayed on multiple trips. It's quite handy if you're just wanting to be in Jomtien for a night or two. Raymond Fisher, fantastic song, the Owl song, love it, brilliant. Oh, what I'm trying to do now is ask the team at the Candy Club to sing it live. That'd be awesome. Maybe I just have to pay them. Maybe that's a way. Scott, the Pig and Whistle was very good restaurant and sadly missed on Soy 7. Comfortable meet-up place, great meals, 150 baht to 250 baht. Food was Robin Hood standard. That's interesting because I used to watch a lot of the old vlogs, you know, Kevin Thailand and Jeff Carter. And I remember, I think Jeff Carter went there for like Christmas dinner, and I watched one of his vlogs on Soy 7 where he went to the Pig and Whistle. And I thought, oh, when I go to Thailand, because I hadn't been there, I really want to call in that Pig and Whistle. And of course, then it went and it got refurbed into the other bar with the bird on. And I think that's even been sold now after the big refurb, which is a shame. GCLDN, the Vogue buffet. Sorry to disappoint you, mate, but there are hot dogs too. Oh no, they are literally in Bain Marie in hot water, and help yourself drip dry. That's a shame. Maybe I'll have a chat with the Vogue and just see if we can get some proper bangers in there. Because I have to say, the Vogue are really good to talk to. They listen and yeah, they want to help. They want to help. Like, even with the price, when I said I booked via booking.com, they went, it's okay, we can sort it out, we can beat that price for you. We'll make sure you get a double superior room. Here's a little envelope with a letter confirming your booking. Amazing. In fact, the manager of the Vogue is actually subscribed to the channel and comments on some of the videos. So I'm pretty sure if I asked, is it possible? Can we explore the option of getting some decent bangers at the Vogue? Because I'm going to be staying at the Vogue pretty much every time at this rate. I could live there. I could live at the Vogue. TIS takeaway, Soy New Plaza. What a lovely English breakfast. You know what? I've never eaten there. I've sat there and I've had a cup of tea and people watched there on Soy Bacau, but I haven't had their brekkie. Maybe I'm missing out there. Menoi, when I first went to Pattaya 25 years ago, Rosie O'Grady's was the place for home comfort food on Soy 7. Now gone and is Looper and Zombie bars. Oh, really? Interesting. Try it. It's really nice. Well, I will do, mate, because it's not a bad location, is it, that TIS takeaway? I think Kevin Thailand used to have a cup of tea there with the orange chairs, didn't he? What a legend he was. Right, everyone. We are 2 hours and 23 minutes into this live show. We've hit heights, easy for me to say, of over 200 people on this live show. It's been a biggie. The comments have been bigger than ever, and it's taken me the whole 2.5 hours to get up to speed with them. Thank you to everyone who's commented. But I am going to start wrapping this vlog up because I've got my chicken that I've not touched, and I fancy another cup of tea. And there's a couple of things on Netflix that I want to watch as well. So let's say our goodbyes. A big thank you to everyone who has watched and commented. And well, wherever you are, have a great Sunday evening. Or is it Monday in some cases? Is it Monday somewhere? Have a great week ahead is a better way of putting it. But I am craving a drink now. So big thank you to the moderators, Damon and Franco. You've really grafted tonight, much appreciated. Only a few idiots. I can see you've removed some people. I think I've hidden or removed one, and I don't do that lightly. I don't do that lightly at all. Damon, thanks for a great stream tonight, Mark. Look after yourself, best regards. Cheers, Damon, mate. And if you get a chance, ping us an email with your details of your yard and everything. Just so I can picture how it's all going to work, because I think you'll be away, like you said before, and then I'll let you know either way. That's very kind of you, mate, and good to have you on board as a moderator. Thanks to Franco's recommendation. If you're still watching, Franco, mate, have a great week, Mr. Owl. Thank you. Enjoy your chicken, Mark. Thank you. It's a bit cold now, but I think it'll do. Have a great sausage there. You will enjoy. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who sent me a buy me coffee and super chat. Brilliant stuff. Cheers, Damon. And if you want to say a last comment, question, or say goodbyes, drop it now. I'll hang on a little bit longer. The numbers are now dropping down. We've gone from 160 to 130. We've just gone up again to 140. So we'll say our goodbyes. If you could hit the like button on the way out, that would be awesome as well. That'll help more people watch the live show after. And well, there'll definitely be a live show next week. Who knows? I might do a double bubble again after this one. Might do a Friday and a Sunday, or at least one of them. We'll see. We're quite easygoing. We'll just go with it. YB Normal, all the best. Hope to make it to your meetup someday. Cool, mate. Yeah, and you know, my meetups will be when I'm over there on holiday. But if that changes in the future and I'm out there more, then there'll be more meetup nights. I'll commit to meetup nights every week if I'm out there. But there's no plans for that at the minute. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Great to see a bit of your live show. I will have really enjoyed your videos, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who watches the videos. The views have been pretty good. Much appreciated. RS Tag 321. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the microphone's gone down a tree, hasn't it? It stayed on. It's not run out of battery. That is the DJI Mic Mini. Unbelievable. £45, but if you want 2 mics, which I've gone for, 60. That's great value. GCLDN, take it easy, Owl. Thank you, mate. Reg Viewer, were you quite lucky to get the Vogue again, Mark, when I watched you check? Yeah, I was, mate, yeah. I thought it'd be fully booked, but there was availability on third-party sites, and there was availability when I went to the reception. But it is a big building. But I wouldn't chance it. If you can get something booked, get it booked, because the Vogue is getting more and more popular, and I hope it doesn't get to a point where the prices then go up, because the price is part of the appeal. Staying there from between £20 and say £26 a night in a 4-star hotel is the appeal. If it was £35–40 a night, then I'd be looking maybe at other options. So it's great value as it stands. Drinks Lee, great live stream, thank you. How much were the mics? So on Amazon, DJI Mic Mini, around £45 for 1 mic, 1 receiver. I went for the option of having 2 mics, so I can do a bar crawl with Michael or whoever's with me, a guest on the channel. And that was 60 for 2 mics and a receiver, which, you know, when you consider 10–20 quid for the cheap rubbish which didn't work, it's worth paying that little bit extra. And it's the Mic Mini, so it's a smaller version. It's better. I much prefer it. Nigel Jones, great live as always. See you in January for a beer. Nice one, mate. Paul Cannon, better doing lives on a Sunday when people are off work and gain more viewers. It's an interesting one. Like I say, we've had over 200, but we got 170 on the Friday morning. So, because we're getting people from different places all around the world, you know, different times work for different people. So, we'll have to see. Kept the Man United kit. Well, we'll have to see, mate. Sorry, I can't hear you, Owl. You must be joking. We've done a full live stream and the mic's on, but you can't hear. I don't believe the mics would drop. You must be joking. I don't think the mic's dropped. I've got a receiver in front of me, actually. I reckon it's still on green. So I know we're good. I think that was just humour, wasn't it? Right, everyone. Well, it's almost time to do my outro. Thank you. If you've enjoyed this live show from England, all about Pattaya, give us a thumbs up. You might be watching this after the live event. I know a few thousand do. Brilliant. Give us a thumbs up. Share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world. And we're nearly at 5,000 subscribers. We're only 10 months old. And we've passed the 1 million view figure. And that's because you guys are amazing. It's a community of the owls. Any update on any future involvement in a bar, I'll let you know. It's up to him now if he buys it. If he does, I'll be involved. I'll share it with you at the end of November. And more vlogs to come. So have a great week. Take care. Nice one, GCLDN. Nice one, Adrian. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.